If you're looking at Denver relocation in 2026, you have to realize the housing market is a completely different beast, which is why today I'm showing you why new build homes are the ultimate cheat code for your move. We're going to look at the hard numbers, the best 2026 neighborhoods, and why buying new construction right now may save you over $50,000 in hidden costs. And guys, you're going to want to stick around because midway through, I'm going to break down a financial strategy that can drop your monthly mortgage payment by hundreds of dollars a month. But for now, guys, let's dive into the reality of 2026 here in the Denver real estate market. Now, how we're going to do this Denver real estate market update is a little different. Instead of pulling out the charts and graphs like we do live every Wednesday on this channel, so be sure to subscribe, I'm going to do exactly what you guys do. I'm going to Google Denver housing projections and give you my real take on what we're actually seeing on the ground versus what these headlines are trying to tell you. So here we are. Let's go through this, guys, and give you a quick real take on what I'm seeing boots on the ground versus what Google is telling you. First off, Denver housing market is predicted for a cool down in 2026. Guys, I'm here to tell you the market's been cooling down since mid 2022 when interest rates went from 3% to 5% in 2 months. With forecasts from Realtor.com, Zillow, and others suggesting slight price decreases around 3 to 4% and fewer sales driven by persistent affordability issues through mortgage rates are expected to ease slightly, creating a slow recovery or a reset rather than a crash with potential for improved inventory but continued buyer challenges. Okay, let's look here, guys. Price trends. Expect modest price drops with forecasts ranging from 3.4% from Realtor.com to potentially 7 to 10% declines based on some analysis indicating a market correction. Guys, I'm here to tell you that's already been baked in 2025. Headlines aren't showing it. They're not picking it up, but because we do these lives every Wednesday on this channel, looking at the Denver real estate market, and because I'm boots on the ground every day, I'm already seeing this. This is already baked in. So I think they're a little too pessimistic. And guys, that's coming from me, who is Mr. Pessimistic when I'm looking at market outlooks because I want you guys to know the truth. So while we could see some price drops, I'm not saying that's off the table. I think they're a little ambitious with how much prices are going to drop. But guys, that's why it's so important to link up with an expert here in Denver, Colorado to help you with your real estate needs so we can guide you through the different areas that will expect less depreciation in home values and ultimately get you guys the perfect home for your lifestyle and budget. Now let's get back to the stats. Sales volumes. Home sales are anticipated to continue falling slightly going into 2026. I could see that happening, though between 2023 and 2025, we've been at historic lows in terms of the total amount of homes selling. So I'm hopeful and optimistic we see a little bit of a rebound, especially given that, as you can see here, rates are expected to trend down from recent highs. And I would say that's par for the course of the conversations I've been having with lenders and what we've been seeing over the year of updates in tracking mortgage rates. Inventory, guys, while overall supply may see modest growth, significant increases aren't expected immediately, keeping some buyers on the sidelines. Yeah, I would say we talk about this every week. Inventory is up big time from 2023, even from 2024. Although here in Q4 of 2025, we've seen the gap shrink in terms of the amount of homes that are for sale when compared to 2024 and 2023. We're kind of at that 2024 mark. So I would agree, we do have a ton of inventory historically looking over the past 5 to 10 years, but overall, I don't know that we're going to see significant increases. But again, guys, subscribe to the channel because we have updates tracking this every week going forward. Now let's look at affordability. High home prices coupled with elevated mortgage rates have squeezed buyers out, making houses less accessible. And that is true. And that's also why you guys have to stick around to the midway point of this video, because we're going to tell you how to hack and cheat the system when it comes to mortgage rates, making affordable all that much better for you guys. And then we got buyer behavior. Many potential buyers are delaying purchases, with some current homeowners with low rates are hesitant to sell, impacting market fluidity. That is a fact. And last but not least, overall sentiment is the market is shifting from frantic seller's market to a more balanced, albeit challenging environment described as the great housing reset or correction. While it won't be an immediate return back to pandemic era affordability, it gradual improvement in buyer leverage is anticipated as prices grow slower than income. And guys, I'm telling you, watch to the end of this video. We are going to break down exactly what you need to know in order to capitalize on this beast of a market, including 5 FAQs, frequently asked questions, that we're going to address at the end of the video. Now, knowing the market is one thing, but knowing where the city is actually growing is how you build equity fast. Let's look at 3 massive projects finishing right now that are changing Denver's footprint forever. First up, guys, let's talk about the Denver icon that has truly been reborn, the 16th Street Mall. For years, if you've heard anything about the 16th Street Mall, it might have been about construction. Well, folks, I'm thrilled to say it's finally over. I'm a native to Denver, and it feels like ever since I was a kid, there's been construction going on. Guys, after a massive $150 million renovation, the historic stretch is no longer a construction zone. It's a vibrant, high-end promenade, and it's absolutely beautiful. Now, why does this matter to you? Well, guys, just imagine you've got friends, you've got family visiting from out of town. Where do you take them for that quintessential Denver experience? Well, the 16th Street Mall is now your answer. It's a fantastic spot for a lifestyle stroll, grabbing a quick bite at a fantastic restaurant, or enjoying some outdoor dining. With wider sidewalks, beautiful landscape, and new gathering spaces, guys, it's designed for enjoyment. I'm telling you, I love this city, and to be able to have a place to go in central downtown Denver to really experience the vibrancy has been missing, and now it's here. And 16th Street Mall, guys, is now solving the problem that has been for years in years. Now, guys, second on the list, we have the National Western Center. I don't know if you know this, but Colorado is huge in Western culture and the agricultural scene. Most people think mountains, but guys, half of Colorado is the great country in Eastern Plains. And this incredible 250-acre campus is officially open. And it's far more than just rodeo ground, guys. It's rapidly transforming Denver's north side into a massive cultural and economic hub. Think state-of-the-art exhibition halls, educational facilities, and vibrant public spaces. It's a year-round destination. Guys, you have to check out the Legacy Saloon. It's already becoming a local favorite for a drink and a taste of that authentic Western spirit. Super, super fun for those of you relocating to Colorado and to have somewhere to go and enjoy a rodeo, get out of maybe what might not be your lifestyle, and experience what it's like to be a part of something exciting happening right here in your backyard, and experience Colorado's rich Western heritage in a modern setting. Now, guys, I'm excited to talk about this one. It is a $1 billion project called the River Mile. Guys, for years, this prime piece of land on the South Platte was home to Elitch Gardens. This is where I grew up going to roller coasters. We're talking the Twister, the Mindy Racer, rides you probably don't know about, but guys, this was the stomping grounds. This was the Disney for people here in Colorado. But guys, get ready, because this site is being completely reimagined into a dynamic mixed use neighborhood. Phase 1, known as the Headwater District, is already going vertical. This ambitious project is set to become one of the most walkable, vibrant, and connected spots in the entire city. I don't know about you guys, but everyone's talking about Austin and Lady Bird Lake and these different metro areas that have a really cool access to a river or a lake and just become that central hub for people in Denver. Well, guys, I'm excited to tell you, you have the 16th Street Mall, you've got the National Western District, and then you're gonna have the River Mile, which is completely going to transform the footprint of the Platte River that runs right alongside central downtown Denver. This project is absolutely something to be excited about and will change how Denver functions, looks, and how all of us residents explore and interact with the city. And guys, last but not least, we're gonna talk about the Colfax BRT, or the Bus Rapid Transit. Colfax Ave is one of Denver's most iconic streets. Guys, I have a listing that's minutes away from Colfax right now, and the walkability to that listing and the ability to explore Denver's nightlife is maybe not for everyone, but it is something that is at the heart of Denver. Guys, Colfax Ave stretches right across the city. The new Bus Rapid Transit system isn't just an upgrade, it's a total game changer for urban mobility. With dedicated bus lanes, frequent service, and modern stations, this is a transit-oriented gold mine. If you're looking for convenience, guys, and smart living, listen up. Living near Colfax now, especially along the BRT corridor, means you're investing in incredible future accessibility. A big problem for many years, even today, people might comment down in this video how they hate Denver and they're way behind times and the traffic sucks. Well, guys, these are some of the improvements that we've been desperate for and are finally coming to fruition. All of these projects happen to be in downtown Denver, and most people see these big projects and head straight to expensive downtown lofts or houses like my listing right off of Colfax. But guys, the real insider move is finding the suburbs that feel like the city, but offer arguably way more value. But guys, we're gonna talk about my top 3 neighborhood picks for 2026. And in this channel, guys, we are doing 8 videos a month. Yes, 8 videos come January. We're going to have 2 videos a week that are gonna be a mix of actual community in-person vlog tours, showing you around different new build communities that have all the amenities that you will be excited about and make relocating to Colorado feel like the best move you've ever made. And then we're also going to do different videos that are going to be map tours and talk about new builds versus resale versus incentives, all the things that you guys are going to need in 2026. So be sure to subscribe. And if you guys are already ready to make the move, our contact information is down below. We're helping people all the time make the relocation process as smooth as possible, being the professional matchmaker to the perfect area, the perfect house, and the perfect lifestyle for you. Now, let's get into the recommended areas. The first one on my list is going to be Thornton, Colorado. Guys, this is one of the top suburbs that is not talked about near enough. Not only the proximity to Denver, being within a quick 5, 10, 20-minute drive, depending on where you are in Thornton, but guys, the diversity of product there, giving you guys anywhere from a $300 condo or townhome all the way up to $1 million acreage properties. Guys, we did a deep dive of Thornton and the suburb on this channel, so be sure to link that below. But guys, Thornton definitely needs to be on your map of places to look at. In some areas, it's already developed and there's not much promise. In other areas, guys, Thornton is the next best thing. Now, second off, we're going to go up to the Windler community in Northeast Aurora. Guys, this place is exploding. We're not going to talk about Airtropolis on this video because we have a video talking specifically about that and why this has to be considered, because it's one of those up and coming areas that is sprawling with new build communities, of which we are going to tell you why new builds might be the best buying opportunity in Colorado for multiple reasons. And guys, Windler is nothing but a new build community, and it kind of borders Painted Prairie, it borders Aurora Highlands, and so many amazing things are going on in and around that area that gives you kind of that approachable price point with amenity rich solutions for your new spot as you call Colorado home. And guys, last but not least is going to be Central Park. Guys, this place has been revitalized and is still the king of Pleasantville lifestyle. It's really close to Denver, but not in the center of Denver, so it gives you a little bit of breathing room. You're not lacking any of the amenities, but it's not too far out like some of the suburbs we talk about on this channel. Definitely look into Central Park. Your price point is going to be a little bit elevated because of the proximity to Denver, but Central Park definitely has a lot to offer. Now guys, you've picked your neighborhood. Now you have a choice. Do you want a 1920 bungalow with charm or a 2026 build with a home warranty? Guys, most people choose wrong because they don't see the character trap coming. So let's talk about the math. Now guys, the math between resale and new builds is real, and we're not even going to scratch the surface on this video of really comparing apples to apples, but we do want to give you some perspective to at least consider as you're doing some research when thinking about relocating to Colorado. Now, when I say the character chop, I'm talking that 1920s bungalow in Wash Park that's cute, that's next to Denver. You've got the beautiful Wash Park with a little lake there, but the $20,000 sewer line breaks and the 30-year-old HVAC dies in 2026, guys, maintenance is going to be your biggest hidden tax. Now, look, I know you're going to do an inspection. I know you're going to look into things, and resale definitely has their pros, but those hidden fees and things that you don't think about unless you have a high-level professional along your side can creep up and cost you tens of thousands of dollars. That could also be true about new builds, but guys, one of the best things we've seen in today's market is the incentives that we have found throughout new build properties, because let's just be real, this is my niche, guys. This is what I specialize in. I have agents here in Colorado that do a lot of business reaching out to me about new build information. And when we talk about new build incentives, we're talking, guys, about 4.99, 3.99% interest rates. That's going to save you $500 to $700 a month compared to a resale home buying at market rates. Not to mention, guys, we have some builders that give flex funds of upwards of $40,000 to $75,000. Now, what does flex funds means? It means that of that $50,000, you can use $30,000 to pay down the price and the $20,000 to pay down your rate and closing costs. So ultimately, you guys get a warranty, you get a lower payment, and you get a brand new house that isn't gonna come with a cost of fixing a sewer line or the HVAC system a year after you move in. Now guys, again, there's pros and cons to each, of which we'll break down in other videos that are going to be coming out in 2026. So be sure to subscribe because there's definite things that you need to consider before either buying a resale or a new build. And guys, when we talk about pros and cons, let's talk about the daily part of living in Colorado. I'm talking about the weather and the real cost of living here in 2026. I'm gonna start off with taxes, okay? In Colorado, we have a flat income tax of roughly about 4.4%, which is much lower than other states like California, New York, or Illinois. And so you might have some tax savings depending on where you're coming from. But guys, I will tell you, I had a client move here from Texas, and in Texas, they had no state income tax, but they kind of bake that in property taxes. And I will tell you, after a year of living here, guys, they did realize that overall, even with a little bit higher property tax, when you talk about the cost of eggs, the car registration, and some of the other costs, Texas tended to be a little bit more inexpensive for them. And so depending on what state you're coming from, you're definitely gonna wanna watch the full cost of living breakdown where I go more in depth with the differences. That video is linked below. But guys, the one thing that I will say is utility prices here in Colorado are 15% cheaper than the national average, thanks to potentially the local natural gas. But I will say, after talking to relocation clients, utility bills are typically a little bit less than the majority of states. Overall, let's be real, guys. Throughout research, we're looking at a 9% higher on average cost of living here in Colorado. And that goes from home prices to taxes to cost of groceries. And so it's definitely something you really want to consider before moving here. But now, guys, let's talk about the weather. Stereotypically, a lot of people talk about Colorado and they think cold and snowy, because I'm here to tell you, Christmas this year was 66 and sunny. I'm talking shorts and short sleeves. Last year, the day before Christmas, guys, 65 degrees and sunny. It's not as cold and snowy as you think about. And guys, this is coming from a native. Over the last 3 or 4 years, the winters are getting more and more mild. And don't tell everyone that, because I'm telling you, this would be the best kept secret. If Colorado's had these mild winters, no one would be leaving. Those snowbirds, they would all stay here. But guys, if you're moving to Colorado, you still got to be cognizant of a house that is facing north. If you have a house that's facing north and you get even a mild snow that's typically melted the next day, your driveway is going to be a sheet of ice. The way the sun works, it just does not melt if your house is north facing. And so even though we have mild winters and snow packs are becoming less and less, that is always something to consider. Guys, when we're talking weather though, it is one of my favorite things about Colorado, especially with these more mild winters. The summers, guys, just know 2, 3 o'clock, those rainstorms are going to be coming in. It's going to be dark, black skies, rain pouring, and then after about 15-20 minutes, guys, it lightens up and it's like it never even rained. And so guys, weather ultimately is my first and forever pro of Colorado, and it's not as cold and snowy as you think. All right, now the moment you've all been promised. We're going to get into the 5 FAQs relocation buyers are going to be asking in 2026. I'm going to jump right ahead of those questions, but be sure to stay to the end, guys, because I have a special announcement you're definitely going to want to hear, especially if you're really considering relocating to Colorado in 2026. So first up, is buying new construction in Denver actually safer than resale in 2026? Guys, I wouldn't say it's safer, but I would say it definitely comes with some pros, especially when we talk about affordability. These new builds offering 3.99% rates when market rates are at 6% is definitely something you can't turn a blind eye to. Second question, are builders really giving incentives, or is that just marketing? Well, I will tell you, having a high-level professional accompany you into these new builds will make all the difference. Reality is some builders will offer incentives that they actually just bake into different fees throughout the process to where you might not know it, but even though you're getting this $10,000 incentive, you're paying for it on the back end. And so guys, we specialize in new builds to make sure you're not getting shafted at the end of the day and you actually get true incentives that are putting you in a better situation. Next up, what parts of Denver make the most sense for new builds right now? Ultimately, guys, you're gonna be looking on the outskirts, the suburban areas where there's still land to develop. When we go north, we're talking Erie, Brighton, Thornton. Those are gonna be your hot spots. And then as you kind of come down south, you've got the outer rim. We're talking Windler, Painted Prairie, Aurora Highlands. Those are really hot spots that we've talked about on this channel before. And then once you go down south, you're looking at Highlands Ranch, Parker, Castle Rock area. Those are all booming with new build areas. And guys, there are tons and tons of amazing communities that it can almost be overwhelming. And so one of the announcements we're going to make here shortly is something you're going to want to stick around so that you can find the perfect community for your needs. Next question, what are the biggest mistakes relocation buyers make in Denver? Not properly doing the research on cost of living and underestimating maybe what might be a move from lower cost of living to a higher cost of living. For those of you moving from a California or New York, the cost of living is going to be great in Denver, right? But for those of you who are not necessarily in a more expensive market, it's something you're definitely going to want to do your research on. And that's why we do these types of videos so that you guys understand what you're getting into before you actually get into it. And guys, last question, should I wait until 2027 to buy? This is a big question. We could probably do a video specifically on this question. I think that the market overall has bottomed or is at least hovering at the potential bottom. And so buyers, you have a ton of leverage that you haven't had in years. And so with the newfound leverage, buying a home in 2026 might just be the best decision you've ever made, but it might not. There's definitely some validity to thinking the market might actually fall even more from where it is today. And so ultimately, guys, to solve this confusion and conflict in your head, I always say, can you find the perfect house? Can you find a house that you love at a payment that makes sense? And are you going to stay there long term? If you answer yes to all three of those questions, it doesn't really matter what the market's doing, but more to come on that when you reach out to us at the link below and we actually have a real in-depth conversation about what it entails moving here. And I will be able to help you decipher some of the answers to these questions based on what's going to be the best move for you. Now guys, that wraps up today's video, but I told you I'd have a special announcement, and the special announcement is two things. First off, guys, we're working to build the best, the most comprehensive new build guide that you will ever find here in Denver, Colorado, so that you guys can sift through all the noise and find the best community that fits your needs, your lifestyle, and your budget. And so you definitely want to subscribe, stay tuned for that guide so that you can be the first to get your hands on it. Second up, guys, we're going to take YouTube to a whole new level come 2026. Previously, we've been doing one video a week, and while we've been mostly consistent, we've missed a video here and there, and I just want to apologize for that. But in 2026, guys, we are going to do 2 videos a week, and they're going to be really, really high level content and information that you're definitely going to want to know to make this the easiest move possible come 2026 and on. Now, we've got 2 videos a week, and I'm contemplating keeping the Wednesday Denver market updates so that not only can you learn about Colorado and relocating here, but you can in-depth understand the market and ultimately give you guys a really, really well-rounded approach to the decision-making of moving here in Colorado in 2026 and on. So be sure to subscribe if you guys have questions or are ready to book your consult so we can help guide you through moving to Colorado. Our link and information is down below, and we'll catch you guys on the next ones. Don't forget, we've got linked videos that we've mentioned throughout the video down below and on this end screen. Thank you guys for joining, and we'll catch you on the next one.